What's up, Phobia? Think so, Jose? I really hope so, bro. I love modern baseball. You too, Ryan. What's up, bro? What's up, Bones? What's up, Chez? What's up, London? What's up, Coates? What's up, Jiggy? What's up, Flappy? What's up, Light Roast? I think his is gonna be cool, DB. I know what it is, so. The concept is cool. Hopefully it actually works in like his Bible. What's up, Swiss? How you doing there, DB? Jose? What's up, guys? Good morning, Callie. I feel like watching your YouTube manifest you streaming. Well, to be fair, I'm streaming most of the time nowadays, so. Guessing if it's up in time, maybe. Can't stream too much today because I'm going to dinner and movie with the guy who's on Titan Talk today. Yeah, me too, Tom. I'm excited for him to come out. What's up, Casserole? How are you? I think I found a neat game for Scary Sunday. Send it my way, Callie, please. Yeah, I did, Jiggy. It's perfect. You wanna publish it for me? I'll post it in Discord and we can post it in chat right now. Oh yeah, I know about that game, Callie. Third recommended it the other day and I've been waiting for that game to come out for a while. Are you gonna publish? Are you gonna publish? Are you gonna publish? Yeah, we're going to see Demon Slayer. The movie's at 7, but we're going to get some food before, so I'll probably only be streaming for a few hours today. But if it's up in time, Ryan. Xbal and Osiris aspects are straight gas. I know what both of them are, and I think they're really cool. In fact, I think the Osiris aspect, I think, is We're in a Discord where we interact with devs a bunch, and I think the Osiris aspect is kind of similar to something I suggested. So I'm not entirely sure if they took inspiration from what I suggested, but I hope they did. See again with the dub version. I hope. Wait, the one in theaters is the sub version, right? With Japanese voice actors. Yo, Big Meech, thanks for the 49 months, bro. Welcome back. W Big Meech, cheers, mate, and cheers to my favorite god, Xbal. Heck yeah. Thanks, brother. Welcome back, Ponzo family. Better or worse than calling aspect in terms of uniqueness? For Osiris, probably slightly less, but like pretty. I mean, it's pretty changing. So for me, okay, good. I want it to be that because it's only when I watch. They're revealing Osiris today as well, right? Because if there's gonna be on PTS, they might as well. That makes me feel old. Why? What's up? Sweet. Can you post it in chat? Chat. We made a Billy, how to play Billy in 60 seconds short, and it's gas. So if you would do us a favor and check it out. You can pin that as well, Jiggy. In. I'll post in Discord. Is this music fire?
Good afternoon and welcome into Titan Talk. We're back once again. Kilgoon and Clumsy joining me today.
What up?
To go through some stuff in OB19. Speak for me again.
What up? What up?
Oh yeah, get closer to your mic.
Yeah.
Much closer.
Hello, hello.
No.
Oh no, nothing at all.
Why
you
you
turned
not
me off
working
for
at all?
today.
What is going on?
You might need to do the mic thing on
thank
the stream deck.
Yeah.
What's up, Wicked
I
Music?
don't think it was the stream deck, but I will check. They're classics.
Hello.
Hey, an acceptable character
Oh,
to
they
start
hear
when I
me.
play
They
next
hear
week.
me?
Yeah, for sure, Coach.
Yeah, they say
I mean,
they
you
can
guys
hear
don't
me.
really need to hear me, right?
Okay.
I mean, I can hear
I'm
you
kinda
just
low.
about, but as long as can you hear him fine?
Yeah, this is
okay.
fine. Okay.
We'll fix that later then.
Whatever.
They just
moving
said my
on.
name.
We're
twice.
here for OB19
Thanks for
discussion.
confirming, chat.
Is that a reference?
Yeah.
No, it's
to
good
know.
because otherwise we wouldn't notice ourselves.
Can I tell you just how much I'm happier when you're here? I feel so much more comfortable sitting on this side of the
I'm here?
desk.
Oh, okay.
And I just like I can just sit here and talk and not be like, oh God, I got to push
So
the right buttons.
stressed about it.
Yeah, I know, and that's actually quite stressful. 'Cause,
I know.
Like, I used to be just here to talk and read notes, and now I've got to also do this.
Also, I just enjoy your charming presence.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Don't be sarcastic with me. It's too early on a Wednesday for that, but we're here for OB19.
Yeah,
Oh,
this
yeah,
is a
we're
big
all
show.
This is a big show.
There's a
You
lot to
gotta
go
get
over.
that
There's a
plug in,
lot.
I'm very excited.
Yeah.
I
A lot.
feel like everyone's excited for different reasons, but I'm excited for something specific.
So
Yeah,
where
and
we
I will say there's also a couple things that we're going to be talking about today that are kind of like previews of features that are not actually shipping in this update, but are going to be on for PTS because we want some testing on them. And this is a bigger than normal show because some of the stuff is not coming out in this update, but we'll make it clear as we're going through it what is in it.
Did you guys hear that? So not everything is going to be in this update, but they want people to test it because there's some big
Everybody knows
features
it's
that
coming.
they need testing on.
Our next god coming to Smite 2 is Xbalanque.
Xbalanque.
Did I say that right? Is that close enough? Okay.
Xbalanque.
I believe
Xbalanque.
the first
Xbal.
Mayan god in Smite 1.
Yeah.
What's up,
I believe
Kozo?
it was released like
Yes,
as part
it
of like
was.
2012,
What's up, Ice?
like end of the world Mayan prophecy thing.
Oh, is that right? Is that
Somebody
right?
was started?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I mean, I know
I
he's
actually
part of
didn't know
that.
that.
Yeah.
You guys remember
Game
that?
from there? Do I have a little look?
Yeah, let's take a
Except
look.
for the 12-year-olds in
yeah,
chat.
Works.
As we go in, yeah.
People thought the world was going to end in
Cool.
2012
It
because of the
is.
Mayan.
Two.
There we go. I will
Sheesh.
note, we'll see it a little bit more out of game later.
yeah, baby.
But we have made a couple updates to the model based on the initial version.
Yeah.
He has a tail now. That
does
was
have a
something
tail
that he
now.
was initially missing that the community really wanted to see. We also changed some of the geometry of the head piece.
He has a
to
tail.
look more is jaguar? Is that the right animal? Jaguar-like?
Yeah.
Whatever animal it's supposed to
Jaguar.
be. Look a little bit more than
I'm
than
down,
that.
touched.
And chat, I'm not going to spoil other things, okay? I know
It'll
you
have to
see
be
things
later
on the
tonight.
screen.
There are
and-
other
and
things
you
coming
want
back from
things
a
to be
movie
talked
later.
about. We're going to talk about Xbal first, and then we'll talk about other things.
Other things to note. Well, one, this dev build specifically has a lot of weird
Oh, yes,
stuff
this
going
dev
on.
build, today's
We are
dev
in
build
dev, yeah.
is super broken. So go look at the tower.
I wasn't
Just show
going to. I was
show
going
them
to,
the
but
tower.
okay.
The towers are in
There's some
midair.
finishing
God.
with
That's like
towers,
the
okay?
bare minimum.
They're
of what's
still
broken
there,
right
but
there.
We're working on a lot of like optimizations and improvements.
gaming
in
chair you got?
dev.
I have a
So,
Max
did a
Economic
good job
that I
of
got
hiding
from
that. Look,
being on
nobody
CLG.
noticed.
Yeah, no one
I've done the
7 years
angle
ago,
and everything's
8 years
perfect,
ago.
and you guys are like, look at the issue.
There's
They're gonna
a lot
see it.
more
Chair.
than that.
They will.
Like
Did they have the
some,
sun, though?
Like some
They did
some
something really cool
abilities
with
go the
his
wrong
ult.
way. There's a lot
You'll
of stuff
see.
that just kind of broken
Everybody be
today in dev
patient.
because of some of these optimizations we're doing.
He looks
you won't
good.
see this in PTS today.
Correct.
So, but we thought this was still the best place to show off the god.
Yeah.
always.
The other thing as well is that the team's been working really, really hard on a lot of really cool stuff that's coming in this
Yes.
patch. What that has meant for Xbalanque right now in this patch specifically, and maybe going into the flash test when that comes in, is his effects aren't entirely finalized.
Yes.
And we're going to
Okay.
be repeating that for some other characters that we talk about later.
Okay.
But
His
you'll
effects are
notice
not
what's
finalized,
generally
so-
new, and you'll notice some things that are very ridiculously Tim. And I think there's only 1 or 2 things left. But
Yeah,
we'll
there's
keep that
a
in mind.
there's
So
a
where
little
are we
button
starting
with
today
the
then, Clumsy,
award
with Xbalanque?
at the
All right, let me
bottom.
get my list out. So, like,
But-
as usual when we
Start
bring
with
things.
basics. Is it passive?
Yeah, let's start with
Should I
this
just
passive
spam
series
everything?
+1. I mean, I don't know if you'll notice
That's
too much
normal,
like
too.
that.
I'll do a quick.
Ooh.
So those 3 projectiles definitely on the top side. 2 projectiles.
Ooh, that looks so sick.
1 in ulti stuff still. There's definitely a lot of temp stuff there on the ulti. But there's some.
Oh my god, the bolas look so nice.
Okay. Let's talk about the actual changes. One of the first things that you'll notice is actually in the passive. The passive meter got a new update.
It did.
So you can see it's very different to what it used to be before.
Yep.
Shout outs to Osiris and India for getting that all hooked up. And there's a tiny bit of like new components as well. So the +1 for Xbalanque is a few of the +1s on the passive regarding is that. So I remember when I talked in the Titan Talk, one last preamble before this is that Xbalanque was meant to be a pure strength scaling character.
Yeah.
We played around that a little bit more after talking with the ambassadors and just in general finding a little bit of a hook for it. He will actually have some hybrid scaling.
Oh, okay.
And we'll get into that.
Every character should have hybrid
passive,
scaling.
Though,
yeah.
The passive still is this generally simple stacking mechanism of gaining more power over time. We didn't actually want to take that away. Usually this would be a good spot where we would do like a full rework or something, but we like the idea of scaling and strength over time, and sometimes it's good to keep things simple.
Yeah.
That being said, we did change it just a little bit. So what happens here instead is you'll now gain either stacks of strength or int, depending on which one's higher. So we've been playing around with that a little bit. Yeah, exactly, the adaptive stat. And on reaching 3 and 6 stacks, so before you kind of had that like passive meter break, and now we've created a new break with this passive meter. You'll actually gain a flat buff. So stacking the 2 times.
I think they did something cooler with the
stacks 3 and 6 of the tinier pip stacks of both strength and int. So you'll be getting a little bit less, and then you'll get kind of like a burst of both. So the idea here is really playing in, and you're gonna see some of his damage and his scaling numbers have changed just a little bit to play a little bit almost like still of that gimmick of like slightly weaker early game but stronger mid to late game. And then
the
other thing that's actually kind of like a shift
there's a smaller
in a way, but kind of like playing around with
thing
that
that you
theme
fill up
of making things slightly weaker in the early and stronger to late is usually you do a set amount of damage to gods to gain a stack. But previously, that number you just get really, really quickly because it wasn't ever changing. Now it's actually going to be the threshold to gain a stack is going to increase every time you gain a stack.
Okay.
So while the first one may take like 1,000 if you hover over it, can you just hover over the passive?
Yeah, sure.
I think the first one says 1,000.
Yeah, the first one takes 1,000. The next one will actually take.
It gets harder as you
3,000 in
increase.
total.
Okay.
So it'll be an increase of 1,000. So that's 2,000.
1,000 to get to the first one.
Then
2,000 to get to the second. 2,000 more to get to the
2,000
second
more
one.
to get to the second.
3,000 more to get to the third one.
Yeah.
4,000 more.
That's
to
cool.
get to the fourth
And
one.
as you can see on the UI at the bottom left, guys, you can see here there's filling up, and then your bars are staying consistently filled afterwards. So I've got
most people didn't even like this
Once you
stuff.
get this third one, you'll also get
people
that,
just are nostalgia baited by that, but most people did not like the stun on Xbal.
Also, that
I think what they did with
effects
it
around him
is actually cooler, though. You'll see.
That's still not the proper like AO1 toggle
Okay.
effects. Cool.
So passive goes all the way up to 6 stacks, shows nicely in the UI there.
Yes, and then 2 bonus stacks. Oh, and then you can also see, before we used to have this buff bar, like little tiny stacks. If you get a little bit more, you can actually see we added a new radial bar.
I was
which
just showcasing that
instead of
around
it being
the
like, okay, 1, 2, 3, and that's kind of confusing on what you need, especially now because the stack number is changing. It's almost like an XP bar. We made that a nice little bar, so you'll be able to actually see how far you are to getting to the next stack.
Which is kind of
What if
nice
you just do like
kind of
200k damage?
Burst or go in aggressive when you know you're about to get that passive threshold, and then go, okay, I'm just about to get a power spike. I can make.
I thought it was a cool mechanic where you had to stop moving or you get
next
stunned.
thing, AO1, the first ability.
AO1.
The branching bolas. So here, a couple of different changes here. One is the branching damage. So if you go ahead and hit someone with it, it's actually going to be basic attack damage now, in-hand damage. So in Smite 1, that was actually ability damage. We wanted to play up a little bit more with the basic attack damage here, using that same tech of it'll be doing 40. It will be able to proc in-hand effects at 40% reduced damage, I think, and 20% reduced healing, 20% like healing, so 80% reduced healing. Those numbers can definitely change. Honestly, they were just kind of placeholder ones that felt good from Jormungandr, but it definitely worked being able to.
The animations look so nice, and they're still temporary.
So your branching bolas are going to proc.
But that looks so good,
basic
dude. The
attack,
autos look so nice.
like on hit effects now,
exactly.
which is pretty cool. Can they crit as well?
They can crit for that.
They can crit.
Crit.
So you can have critting, tear fanging, bouncing bolas.
Yeah,
now.
one of the other unique things as well is that each bola will actually provide 1 stack to Odysseus bow, so you'll be able to actually get Odysseus bow proccing faster. That being said, the unique case here, which we're going to keep, is that if the Odysseus bow instigates and starts from the bola hit, it'll actually do the reduced damage. But if it starts from the main hit, it'll actually do the normal amount of damage. So you'll be able to play around with that.
Interesting.
And it technically works as intended, so we're going to keep that.
It technically works as intended.
Okay, the next part of the AO1 does have another +1, but I'm going to get to that afterwards because it's kind of like a combo thing. And it's one of the more interesting parts about his +1s. So yeah, his ability 2. His ability 2 generally works the way you'd expect.
Poison dots.
I wanted to go over just for a second.
That looks so good.
Yeah.
Even in Smite 1, it had some weird rules in it that I didn't actually realize were there.
It looks so much more
the real important thing to notice, and
majestic,
this is just how Xbalanque has always worked, is that he fires 15 projectiles. One enemy, specifically, could only ever be hit by 7 darts.
Right.
And out of those 7 darts, 6 of them will do the same reduced damage. So here, you'll see the first dart will do the normal amount of damage, and then the subsequent dart damage is 30%. So if you just hit one target right now, just like shotgun an Odin, you'll only do 7 hits worth of damage. And that's, with the consecutive damage numbers, you're only going to see the one number. That is just a fact.
Okay.
I just want to keep that out there, because that might change. And we'll talk about that in a second. But the other thing you can do, which is the +1 for the Bola that we want to talk about, is if you actually hit, this is going to be like, hit that middle Odin with the 2. With the 2.
Okay.
Hit him and only him if you can.
Okay.
And then hit him with the 1.
Hiya. Okay,
You'll notice that the Bola actually spread that poison damage to the other Odin. So bolas can now
that's cool. That's cool. That's cool.
It is for a reduced damage and reduced slug.
You can spread your
so it is not the
Ebola.
same exact effect as the poison.
Okay.
But that we thought that would be cool, playing up with that poison.
And that can be procced however long the poison lasts for.
It doesn't do a lot of damage. So it just spreads it a little bit.
Like hit that middle Odin or just un-Odin a target, and you hit them with the bola with the last duration, you'll actually be spreading the poison for longer.
It should be.
Chat says excellent. I hate it here, and I concur.
Yeah.
Okay, so
That's cool.
you poison the target, and if
Xbal pandemic incoming.
Spread out, exactly. Okay, next +1s.
Next +1, okay.
The third ability.
He plays ADC.
This one's pretty simple. This used to be a forced dash.
But a lot of people do ability Xbal builds that are fun.
Now it's going to be an 8-way dash.
So it used to be,
which I think is ass.
Always dash.
Wait for his ass.
But now you can kind of go in a different direction. So if you just start like walking backwards while you do it, you don't need to turn around before you actually do it. It's an 8-way dash like Rama before you actually get to that movement speed component. And if you don't move at all, then you just...
That's so much better, bro. You don't actually have to look in the direction
don't
now.
press anything. This is me just pressing 3.
Yep. You're going to go forwards because that's the default, but then if you're going any other direction, you get the 8-way instead. Otherwise, everything in terms of how the ability works is the same. Actually, that's not true at all. I lied.
So one thing, Chat's like, oh, is it lagging? I think that like there are some intentional like frames of the dash that are the moments when he spits that are kind of like
I think that kind of looks cool.
It's running at a low frame rate. It might be hard to tell on the stream.
I think it's
but that's like it's like accentuated frames.
Yeah, he was a golden statue that would just spin in the air.
He also had really weird janky animations. We've actually given this after image effect.
Yeah.
Animations and tech are kind of work together to try and blend that area a little bit more. So it looks like he's actually hitting multiple targets instead
I think
of
that's
kind
cool.
of choosing like 4 weird.
It does look like laggy, but maybe like
one of the other things is
in a good way.
This is going to sound a little bit more technical.
Yeah, it's like I like it, but I don't like it.
Is the way that enemies would be collected to be hit by, because these are homing projectiles on the 3, was really odd. So the way we're going to show it off now is basically that targeter, you're going to have that circle targeter.
Maybe it'll look better
fully
finished.
They're in that targeter, those people are going to be hit. So if you hit this Odin, like right here,
vision chart
out of the way.
You have to wait and see.
Like, so hit him immediately and then like move back. Yeah. So like they are going to get hit no matter what. If they're ever in the circle, they're going to get hit. That's generally how it worked in Smite 1, but it was like a placed circle in front of you, and it wasn't really quite
you just have to like, you actually just have to hit them with the circle at any point.
Okay, cool.
The too jarring, I think maybe it'll look better once they're finished with it. Because remember, there's some temporary stuff.
If you hover over the 3, so one of the components that Xbalanque also has in Smite 1 is his Rising Jaguar does more damage if an enemy is already poisoned.
Correct.
That's there. You can see the bonus damage. It now scales from 30 to 50% instead of being a flat 40%.
Okay.
So weaker in the early game, stronger in the late game.
Cool.
The more points you put into it, the more effective it's going to be. Okay.
All right, final +1s for Xbalanque. And ones that don't look nearly as interesting. 1, because the effects aren't final yet. But also 2, because we're not going to be hit by 1, but we can try that in a little bit. Is the 4th ability, Darkest of Night. So Darkest of Night, the main things about it are that you get a lot of stims, right? It's a basic attack stim for the most part. Is attack speed, movement speed. Those are all Smite 1 numbers.
I know, but 60% is crazy.
Increased attack range. Those are all Smite 1 numbers. But the new thing here is actually the increased projectile speed. So we're adding one more thing there, which is actually making the projectile go even faster.
I've definitely played with him a little bit and like not really noticed the projectile speed, but I know what it was now. When I look at him and wow, that felt really good.
But we're seeing people saying, what about the stun? So we tried the stun, and But the main important thing is we've actually played around with how the ability works. So
it's more different than you may.
It is actually a little bit more of a rework. So the way Darkest of Night works now is it is a basic attack stim, and it also no longer attaches to the enemy that's hit. So what this means is if you use your 4, you'll be able to see these circles on the ground again, temp stuff. Those people all there are blinded, and we can get hit by Xbalanque in a second too, and they can only travel within the blind zone. So maybe we do that because it'll make a lot more sense. So if you go off a little bit like into a different place, like always into a spam, and if you just spawn, so do the CMD prompt,
just spawn a god,
spawn bot,
sorry,
spawn bot space, Xbalanque space 2 space 20. Yeah, you're gonna have to. Okay, now go a little bit further away. Just choose a new spot for yourself.
Okay.
And then open that up again and do bots shoot once. BOTSS. So bots shoot once. All one word.
Yep.
Space 4. So you'll do that. You'll see this dumb area. But now, so do it again after a second, and then just give him a little bit of time, and then now move around. It is no longer attached to you. You are inside a
so it's like a permanent dome almost,
exactly.
like from where I was located when it fired, right?
It is a very, very different type of effect. Okay. It may seem, it's similar but different. It's similar in the sense that you're still blinding those enemies. It's different because it's no longer to be traveling. Because previously, while you would obfuscate the information and you would soft blind people, you weren't really playing around with them that much.
And if you walk out of it, you get mega slowed.
Middle ground between, that stutter step weird stun gameplay in Smite 1 versus like actually keeping that blind effect.
You get mega slowed.
You now have this, the slow. So if you ever want to leave the dark field, you can still do so by leaps. You can still do so with CC immunity. But if you're hit by it normally, like right there, for example, you have CC immunity.
Yeah,
you're not
so you
going to
didn't
get
get
affected by the slow.
Sorry, I was going to say that's the worst.
No, but you can't counterplay it because of that, or if you can beads it because of that. But that's one of the things we did try the stun here. So yeah, it is a very potent slow. It's 60% scaling down over I think 1.5 over 2 seconds. We did try a stun that just felt really, really busted because not only is it based on like these localized fields, but we actually had this in the plays just happened recently where someone was ulted by Xbalanque and then a teammate would Sobek pluck them through their dome, which if we had the stun would cause a forced stun. But at least now it's a forced slow, so it doesn't feel nearly as bad. Yeah. So we brought some CC
The dome
back,
is pretty big. They could maybe make it a bit smaller.
Yeah, and I think it's interesting in terms of like counterplaying. As a person who's being blinded, it's like, do I try and stay and fight inside this dome?
Yeah,
where
they do look really nice.
Do I need to try and get out of this dome? Is it worth taking the slow to
and you won't know unless you leave the dome what's on the other side of the dome too,
Yeah.
So things can.
Some people are saying that this is a nerf without a stun. Well, one in Smite 1, it didn't have the stun anymore, so it hasn't had the stun for a long time.
I've not shown chat the attack speed yet that comes with
it. Sure, I'm just talking about the CC
I know we just talked about but people are saying it's a nerf. Yeah, well, when you can hit from this far away, boys and girls.
But if they're talking about
I don't think it's that much of a nerf, is it? Look at the state of that. Look how fast it is.
But if we're talking about
if
we're talking about the dome and the CC effect,
he's got items.
Xbalanque hasn't had a stun for a very, very long time. And that being said, it was a stutter step stun that basically worked like a 0.025 second stun if you know what to do. I would actually probably argue that containing people inside fixed locations where they can't see much themselves is going to be stronger in most of the cases.
Look at me, I'm miles away.
And then as he
I'm slamming him in the face.
You still have all
it's
of
nerfed. Get out of here, chat. Come on.
Maybe when you walk out of the
he feels really good.
I just wanted to compare the CC version.
No, and you're right. And I think the thing is like there's players that played Smite 1 back in like 2012,
a ghost sound, and it should like
when Xbalanque had a stun.
Distort your screen for a split second.
I think the reason we talked about the stun so much a long time ago in the Xbalanque case was it's not easy to really read. It's an audio cue of all things.
Yeah, and
you
if you knew it was there, it was
a new player.
Honestly, less than 0.1 second stun. Like so, it was extremely minimal. I think this will, we didn't want to bring the stun back in this version of the ulti. We just wanted to create a new ulti. And then one could argue whether the effects of regardless of the CC, this is just a stronger CC effect, like blinding effect than the previous one was.
Yeah.
There are absolutely times where even if you want to stop someone from chasing your ally.
If you don't like base Xbal, I think you might like his
it will still slow people down. You can get out
which they're about to go over, I think.
As well, so,
yeah. Someone in chat says bad ult. Rest of the kit is good though.
That's why you think that,
you have to play against this ult. You will be very surprised at how potent it is.
It's definitely a little bit more designed for him to really use and be impactful with the attack speed buff that you get from the extra range too. I mean that's a long distance.
Oh no,
and you do only see your own dome if you are
yeah, so can we get hit by that again? Do that again, just like back up into it, because there's a lot of work that had to be done on the post-process side, because this is like a blind effect, but if you walk slowly behind it, we had to do a lot of work to make sure like the camera wasn't seeing things, because it's not just a dome, it's like a post-process and a dome. So if you're seeing, like, you just walk backwards.
Yeah, just let your camera clip through the dome, basically.
Walk backwards.
Other way.
Not forwards.
Other way.
This isn't fair. Okay, walking backwards. I'm not gonna get out of the
No,
dome.
you're not gonna get out of it.
Oh, that looked nice.
I'm walking backwards.
Okay, go to like the side.
Okay, I got you. I'll
or
run.
else. That works too, right?
Oh, that looks nice.
It's not just a dome.
Yeah.
It's actually like you're.
It should make like a ghost sound effect or something.
You'll be able to play around with that more.
We're having a good time.
Yeah, you're all having
You know
a
what I
good
mean?
time. I'm
It
having a
should, like,
great time.
enshroud
Everyone's
you.
like, do this. I'm like, okay, you can do it yourself. Okay. So that's what we're up to with Xbalanque so far.
Yeah.
Obviously, so he's got, like you mentioned, intellect is involved in this. It's very intelligent.
You know what I mean?
Is involved in this as well. So you can see some skill in the poison and the rising Jaguar too. One thing of that, it says increased damage. Is that just flat? Is that base damage? It's supposed to say physical, magical.
Which part are we talking about?
On the increased damage.
That's just on your basic attack. It's just increase your basic attack damage by a flat
just to double check.
Yeah.
And then he does have an aspect too. Do we want to go in the aspect next?
Yeah, we can talk about aspects.
Great. I don't even know what this is.
I have a feeling this show is going to go longer than an hour
will.
at this rate.
It
but
probably
we're
will.
working through it.
That's okay.
So
we're here to
his
watch.
aspect, if you do test talent on one word,
talent.
space Xbal,
Yep.
and then it should start autofilling. Press tab.
Space
autofill.
Xbalanque.
And then press tab to help
Aspect
get
of
to
the
autofill.
Night Stalker. That's cool.
his
name.
name.
Yeah.
What's he do? Do I just
So hover over it. Yeah, aspect of the Night Stalker. A couple of things
wonder
here.
a
We want to
toggle.
play with
Here we go.
Going from a basic attack hunter into an ability damaging hunter.
Okay.
And that can be strength based or that can be intelligence based. But the idea is more ability based. So branching bola is no longer a toggle at all, but fires 3 ability based projectiles that now deal that ability hits. Wait, just give it a sec. Can you hover over that? I just want to finish.
Yeah, sorry, I wasn't meaning to.
Yeah, poison darts requires less hits to deal the full damage. So the reason why I talked about this before was that before it would take 7 hits, now it'll actually take 3 hits, and each subsequent damage will be 60% instead of 30%. So they'll do more damage. And finally, Darkness of Nights doesn't give you any of that attack stim bonuses, but it resets the cooldown immediately on poison darts and provides increased ability damage, which I've already nerfed by 10% from here. Jungle Xbal could definitely be it too. So the reason why I didn't want you to use it immediately is because I believe that this is still very much going to be temp effects on the talent one. So it's going to look really bad. So right there you have a target, which is still the temp target.
Look how big that is.
And then you can fire it off. You have 3 ammo charges. Well, you'll see. There we go. This is some janky effects that we were just using for playtest again. So this isn't quite it yet. But the idea is these are pass-through minions, stops on first god, ability.
Stops on first
effects.
god, okay.
So these are just 3 ammo-based projectiles.
Go to a jungle cam real quick so you can see it going through minions.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
And their AI is off right now.
Yeah, that means it's great.
Okay. And then your 2 is going to do more damage, and it'll be reset when you ult. So you don't have cooldowns
Yeah, so hover over the 2 tooltip.
Oh,
this is like for ability base because your 1 is going to be.
The main thing that I want to draw attention to here is the one bug there.
Used for like clearing camps and stuff.
Lines. So that bottom one, actually that helps for this. The bottom one is the non-aspect, which is enemies can only be hit by 7 darts. The top one is the aspect, which is enemies can only be hit by 3 darts.
Okay.
But the difference is that subsequent dart damage used to be 30%, now it's 60%, so they'll actually deal more. What this means is to do the same amount of damage as a shotgun, you only need to hit 2 to 3 darts from the far range. So that is going to be almost the same as if you just hit like someone from far range.
Yeah, if you hit it like from here,
right? Like you're going to be doing almost the same.
So you're doing more damage
you don't
with
need
your
to
2
be nearly as close
from further
to
away.
Do the total damage as from compared to
like as if you were shotgunning.
Then you can
and your ult will reset your 2
2
cooldown.
Yeah, so
and deal
if
even
you
more
do,
damage.
if you do cooldowns on your
Oh yeah, I should turn.
cheats.
Oh, my bad. I've got hooked me up on cooldown.
So now if you use your 2, ulti, 2,
and then you can use your 1.
Double it up. Yeah.
But while you have that ulti stim active, which only lasts 3 seconds, you will get that ability bonus damage. So your second round of 2s will do more damage. You won't be able to fit in all of your 1. So I would expect people to probably play around with the 1 more during like the laning phase.
What are you talking about?
For poke, while the 2 ulti 2, the 2-3-2 is going to be really the.
I don't even know what that means.
The burst damage.
Cool.
And Mirrodin too, sure.
It's a lot of Xbal stuff. We got a
lot of Xbal
words.
stuff.
Okay.
We should go look at his Ascension Pass.
We should. Okay, I'll come out again real quick.
Then we'll do other stuff.
And then we'll go do other stuff. Back to this real quick as I get out.
Ability Xbal is going
to be
too silly with that build or with that aspect.
Sure
it's a classic thing.
Next bit of notes.
Yeah, Xbal is very fun. He has been.
You're gonna one shot with Heartseeker Crusher.
I would say
Double 2.
Yeah, I would say so.
And then you're 1.
He's just. He just does what he needs to do very well, and the longer the game goes on because of the scaling, which our playtests tend to do for the most part, he just gets stronger and stronger.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, they're making so much
Chat
content
is losing their minds
with
because
the amount of people that work there,
the thing that they spotted yet.
We're
going to come back to it.
that.
We're going to come back to it.
Yeah.
Turn it back on.
And there's like, he's speaking
your
so fast.
favorite,
Like,
I don't know if you play.
I know you were quick.
Your
to
favorite
me.
games like Marvel Rivals and Valorant release a new character like once every 3 months. Or maybe once a month.
Xbalanque is a little look at him on the screen there. And we'll quickly go through what we get each one.
And they're making 100 times as much money.
Objects destroyed.
They're going to be behind. They only have so many people that work on this stuff.
That's a God Assist tracker. The Jaguar kills. So kills with your 3. Okay. Here's a little look at the
Ooh, that looks good.
As well. Then we've also got...
Yeah, his shield looks nice. Look at that.
Sweet. Classic.
I really like the Opal.
The shield looks really good.
Yeah, the shield looks really good.
Yeah, it's
what
like
everyone
once a
always
year.
looks forward to is what the VXE is going to be. And
I
today
mean,
it's
even
Silent
Deadlock,
Dot.
which is a game that's in development. They took like a
What?
year
That
to add
reference?
6
I
characters.
Oh my god.
All right.
Okay.
Moving along.
Amazing.
Wave. That's him waving. Do it again.
Yeah.
He's super happy. Hidden Jaguar is one of the titles.
Hidden Jaguar's good.
Nice.
Yeah.
We also get the God kills
Yep.
for the tracker. And then a little look at the Xbalanque punch.
Usually they're done with the
Ooh, Radiance.
Nice.
Nice. It's a
they're
little
usually
bit
done
like
with the
of a
characters
darker
and their
Radiant
animations
than a
by
lot
the
of
time they
them,
show
but
them.
It looks really good.
Just a
This is
quick
kind of an
result.
exception
Yeah.
that he has a
And
bunch
we've
of
also
temporary
got,
stuff,
I
but
believe,
it's
the
because they
frame.
said they
Oh,
were
the
working on
bowler's
a
going.
billion
The bowler's
things
going. I just saw the bowler.
at once right now.
That's looking good.
And there's also another reason why,
Missing
but
anything else?
can't
I think that's it. What was
Okay.
the tracker on the buy-in? And the Shadow skin? Did we look at Shadow skin?
Dota 2 won't get a new hero this
Oh,
entire year of 2025.
Oh, yeah. Shadow's pretty
Man,
sick.
that looks
that
so
looks sick.
good.
It does look good. I love the shields. The darkest blind.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, total
Alright.
time God's been blinded by Dark Star. Yep.
Okay.
Like blinded. Because you get 5 a game. Every time you roll, you could
Yeah.
basically get 5. That's pretty smart.
Just as a reminder, if you own the Ultimate Edition, you'll get this Ascension Pass for free when it comes
Yeah.
out.
There you go.
Along with every other Ascension Pass in the game. So,
I'll load
Wow,
to put that from
you're
now
getting
on
it for
for
free if you just
Where
buy
are
the
we
game,
heading
and then
to
you get all
next?
those free diamonds
next,
as well.
Do we want to do
Just by ranking up the god?
Osiris?
You get 500 free diamonds?
Yeah,
Plus
real quick.
the extra button.
Did we actually want to show anything, or did we want to put him in the game, or?
We can go in game real quick and just it's going to be because people are going to see it on PTS.
I'm going
Hey,
to
it
go
does
again.
look
Okay,
good.
so Osiris. Osiris is the god after Xbalanque. Osiris is not in OB19. Osiris will be in OB20, but he's far enough along that we think
listen to
that
Pond
you
here.
guys can play him and get some feedback for us that might be valuable.
Okay, we're doing one of those again. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
Pon is saying in chat, he's very temp, please chat. Okay, so full disclaimer, there's a lot of work still to be done. This is not in
So
the
he's
state that we would ship this god to
he's 4
live.
weeks out.
But if you are the small handful of players that is watching this show or playing on PTS, then you're the hardcore
throws a
person
cube.
that can actually give good feedback on it.
Amazing.
So we're just gonna really
it's
quickly
easy
talk
for
about
temp.
the +1s and aspect to play with on PTS today. And while we're in game as him, we'll talk about the other feature. Can we go into a conquest again?
I'm doing it right now.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Thank you.
Kellen also noticing Osiris will not respect your volume settings. That's right. No audio or visual work has been done outside of Pond been playing around with the cubes.
I love how nervous everyone on the team is. They're all in chat going, "There's nothing
Yeah,
is
exactly.
final on this."
Yeah,
okay?
this is a lot. This is earlier than we would normally show off.
Beard
the
and
top. We were
darts,
just
darts, old
because
darts,
the
let's go,
gameplay is
true.
close-ish,
Yeah, he hasn't scaling.
we felt like it's at a spot where it would be good to get player feedback on it, and that's really the only reason why we're talking about it now, because not really going to be out, and we got some work to do.
His title in game right now is Broken God of the Afterlife.
That's his name.
That's the name.
Yeah, that's it.
I didn't know that. I was just
Yeah.
like, we've actually listed him as a broken god. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Ed Hindu man
So
was
frank.
you're in the
I'm
wrong
just-
stream,
I'm
buddy.
just waiting.
Pon also
I'm
says he will
loading.
only be on for customs or jungle practice, he thinks. So
Okay.
if you're playing Conquest, or you might not see him as a selectable god, but you can play with him in jungle practice and in customs.
Okay, we can go in, I guess.
Okay.
Here's a little look at Osiris.
Yeah. So
Oh,
I mean,
baby.
he looks okay, right? Like he's very playable. He's gonna do the Osiris things.
Throw some abilities out there.
He's swinging. He
Oh,
throws
okay.
things.
You got that's.
They look pretty good
he's
at this
got a
point.
Scythe. That's the Thanatos scythe you were talking about, right?
Yeah, he's
these are
they're
okay.
good temp effects, but they're temp effects. His 3 tethers, just like it always
Which one's the
did.
cube?
His 4 is the leap. His 4 is the leap. His 3 is the leap. His 4 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 is the
No, these are new. Oh, yeah. It's like I remember seeing a cube fly.
Hot Hamwater, thanks for 31 months, dude. Welcome back to the Fonzo family.
So Pompon says neat.
Even
So these are further along than Pompon thought they would be.
Appreciate
So
Nice.
success.
Thank you, dude.
You know, so we got
Welcome
a
back to the
little
Fonzo
tether.
family.
You know, you throw the things.
Oh, yeah, there's the Thansos sticking out of them. Nice.
Okay, these are way further along.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
definitely way further along than.
But still, early days.
Still
chat.
early. We're not quite ready
Still
to ship
early.
it to live,
This is
right?
not final, but you can play.
But you can definitely
Yeah.
play. Okay, so real quick, just what are the things that players should be looking for in terms of +1s and aspect for the
Yeah, that's right, because the aspect
BTS?
will be in here too. Right. So quick run through over the couple of Osiris +1s. Fragmented, which is his passive.
Thanks,
While fully
Zeus.
fragmented, if you would gain a fragmented stack,
Wait,
you
did he
instead
sub?
restore a basic attack charge.
Oh.
So the way the fragmented, when you're fully fragmented, you basic attack, you drain through those fragmented shards.
Yeah, each
Which
attack
you have. You probably have. Actually, no, that worked. Yeah. So now when you're fully fragmented, you will still be able to kind of bounce back between maintaining those shards. So while you may normally have 8s, you'd actually be able to.
Okay, so you have
kind of
8.
play
Like
around
if you
with that.
attack a little bit. Okay, so stop.
Yep,
Oh,
stop. No.
I did.
Ulti.
I hate it here. Okay.
Okay,
I'll
so
ult. Here's
yeah,
my
just
ult.
ult. Okay,
And I've got
okay.
these
So now,
5
Basic attack,
rings.
like,
if you
3
basic
times.
attack like 3 times.
1, 2,
Now,
3.
now use an ability,
Hiya.
and you
can
see you got
the
one
pip
back.
went
I got one back.
So
Okay.
you can,
There's a
you
difference
can
between
extend
the
your
red
passive.
pips
That's
right now,
really
which
cool.
looks to be more correct versus. Actually, no, that's right, because 888 is a fragment charge. Yeah, that's working. Right, those are 2 different things. Those are 2 different numbers.
I think that's
One
just the regular
counts
size of the
fragment
2
stacks, one
codes.
counts the
Yo,
basic
Zeus,
attack
thanks for the 2 months,
charges.
dude. Welcome back to the Fonzo family.
The other thing,
W, Zeus.
It's a day today.
We're off the rails.
when you start the game, you start the match with 5 out of 8 partial fragments.
So you don't have to just sit in base and spam your
already got 5?
abilities.
Yep, exactly.
That's a nice
That's just
quality
like
of life.
that's one of those like classic, really simple +1s that just makes it feel. Just
His
smoother
auto
to
attacks look
start
janky, but I'm assuming that's also
Judgment
very
Tether,
temporary.
the third ability, will now go on cooldown immediately rather than being at the end of the tracker.
Oh.
This really helps as well because like if people are inside this or if you hit no one, then you're still waiting that like.
I mean, his
arbitrary
entire
timer
kit
out
is
which basically
temporary,
just does
so-
nothing.
It's because I've
Because
got
you have the
abilities
cheats on.
Yeah,
Yep,
yeah,
exactly.
yeah. I'm just showing the stone for chat. That was all. Okay.
So it goes on cooldown
if
right
you
when
don't
you
have a
attach it.
tether, Pon says. So as soon as you don't have a
Or
tether,
right, if you don't
it
have a
will
tether,
go
it goes on
cooldown.
cooldown. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Before it
It
didn't
would
do
previously
that.
wait the full time, even if you didn't hit anybody, or if they broke the tethers early.
Yes.
There you go. I missed intentionally. There you go.
And then he also has some protection scaling. So, above X amounts, which I don't think X is in yet, your first ability gives 2 fragmented. Oh yeah, this is kind of the idea of playing around with protection scaling. So this is not going to be in yet and will not be inside the flash test today. But we're going to be looking at the first ability and the basic attack stacks, giving a different amount based on protection scaling.
So
the
not
more
in for
protections you
playtest, but
have,
those are things
the
that
more
we're still looking at.
fragments you'll
as we
get
continue
out,
to develop
or you'll
Osiris
lose
here over the next
Yeah.
if you hit your one,
Not live. Aspect.
or
Aspects,
for a
yep.
certain amount of auto
Aspects
attacks.
of the fragmented. This should be completely all functional.
Does
so,
this work?
Yeah. So if you test talent space Osiris and then let it.
Okay, this is the
Osiris will actually
aspect that
become
maybe I had some
more of,
inspiration
like,
on.
a
I don't
magical
know.
bruiser
What?
with more ability fires.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's see.
More ability fires.
Yeah. So
Osiris never stopped firing at me.
and he'll be doing it a little bit
Pop,
more.
what are we doing here?
So Osiris will now have intelligence scaling. He starts in spectral form, and for each fragment he reclaims, he will gain 2% damage dealt. He automatically sheds fragments once every 6 seconds. Osiris is 1, so you might have, if you have your cooldown off. You might need to
My
turn,
cooldown's off.
Might need to turn costs off. It's either costs or energy. I can't. Yeah.
Cost.
So CMD and then costs with an S. No, just
All
costs.
one word?
Just get rid of the CMD. I just meant bring up that prompt. Just
Cost space 0.
Space 0.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now start firing because it wasn't using up the energy. So you can see all those meters kind of shedding. So you
Okay.
start off as spectral and you gain like the
lost
spectral effect over time. But now you're going to be using 4 charges of that spectral form, as you can see that on the buff bar icon and the passive meter, to fire your 1. So basically those are now ammo for your
Okay.
first ability.
What the hell? I didn't mean to do that. I didn't even know
didn't
that.
see it.
I was just trying to get my passive up
What
and
did you do?
You're spoiling things.
Oh, okay.
where'd he go?
Oh, yeah, okay. Right.
He just jumped over
Oh
the
no,
wall.
that's fine. I mean, we're
Yeah, it's
basically
fine.
getting there.
We got to do that.
The second
Yeah,
ability
sure.
and the third ability gain fragments, but the most important thing is your ulti, which is not a very good ability normally for kind of like a mage for the most part, because we said
Cool.
magical bruiser, but for a mage, is you now fire it off. There you go.
You just
Here
throw
comes the
yourself.
reason.
That's
Throw,
great.
yeah.
I legitimately, Chad, did not know that happened.
Okay, so
and
if
then
you're
jumped over the
confused,
wall to just
instead of-
find
You
stats.
usually wait a
Instead
second.
of being
sorry.
in your normal form and you losing fragments of your
Otherwise
body
they'll put me on control.
when you
2
use
and 3
abilities,
hit stacks.
you start
Shoot
in your
one out
spectral
with your
form
stacks.
and you use that spectral
and use your
form as ammo.
Okay.
So you can use your 1
And
twice.
2 also doesn't consume the 1.
And you
for
also do
bonus
increased
slow.
ability
It does
damage for
bonus
how much
damage instead.
Yes.
phantom
So if you
parts
combo
you
those,
have
can get
basically.
bonus damage on them.
Your ult
So,
no longer
this has
go
been
with
a
your ult. You
super
send your
quick
ult
look at
and it does a
Osiris.
bunch of
We'll go
burst
over
damage.
Osiris more
And you're
when we
also
actually
only
test out.
using int
It'll
scaling.
seem a little bit redundant.
You
to some
only
people
have
watching,
int scaling with
but
this
this is just
aspect.
a
So
super
normal with
quick
Osiris
look
just
at
uses
current
strength,
state,
but
so that
aspect
if you play
only
him on
uses
PTS
int.
today, you
So he
will know
becomes a
what you're doing.
caster.
Yeah, he's got a couple of issues there, but it's fine. It's fine. It's
Yeah,
fine.
it's early, right?
It's early for a reason.
Okay, so
I
Okay.
think we're good.
that's
All right.
So
good,
Osiris.
good for Osiris. Next thing.
Yeah, 3 soul
Chat.
suns.
Chat. Have you noticed that there's something on screen here?
Oh, aspect does not root.
It's our cameras,
deals
I'll tell
bonus
you.
damage and slows. Someone
Yeah,
asked
it
that.
deals bonus damage
Okay.
and slows.
What?
ult.
There's something new on screen?
This, yeah, it's Osiris.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
No. There appears to be a new active item. What is this item? If you hover,
It's a Bifrost shard.
it's a
Alex.
Bifrost
What is this?
shard.
I feel like some people might recognize that from
Yeah,
the
looks a
olden
little bit
days.
familiar.
No one used them, but what are they?
Very true.
You can just.
How curious.
How curious. This is a new slot
Okay.
that will be coming to the game in this update
That's for Pawn.
called Curio.
And now for everyone else.
The Curio slot.
The curio.
Yes.
He gets it now.
So, by default, when you load into a game of Conquest, everyone will have a Bifrost shard, which is a
Never
warding
buying words
trinket,
again.
Yep.
in that slot. If you buy 3 active items, this goes away.
Correct.
But it takes one of your active slots.
Yeah, you'll
use.
notice it's defaulted into the second active slot out of the 3.
Yeah. So you're going to get this from the beginning of the game. It's going to give you the opportunity to put it into your active item slot. Once you get 3 active items, you will lose this in trade for the active that you've purchased.
Yes.
Now,
I don't know
when
what
you
that
get the
is all the
actives as
way.
well, just to mention, you can switch them around position still.
Heimdall
as you
confirmed 'cause
already were able
Bifrost
to with
mentioned.
your keybinds
True.
to which position
Heck
it's
yeah.
on. But you will get this as a standard and ability to ward.
And
Oh.
that being said, there's a lot more to this curio
Yeah,
system.
it's not just getting a ward, right?
No, true.
So you've got this Curio slot. If you pull up the tab screen,
Yep.
you can see, you don't have a starter equipped, but you can see
Right
the
there,
curio
yeah.
that every player has next to their starter item,
Yeah.
right, hovering over there. And if you open up like your store, you can see there's a new slot
That's
for
3.
it right next to you. You're spoiling things. There's a new slot for it right next to your starter on the bottom, so you can see what you currently have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you'll also notice that there are 3 curios in Conquest.
Ooh.
So the first one is Bifrost Shard. This is a warding trinket. You can switch your curio at any time when you are in base. And there's 2 alternate options.
Yeah, the effects playing in the center view.
Yeah.
That's part of the dev jankiness we were talking
Conquest,
about it.
is really bad.
Ignore that.
The second one
This
is,
one?
yeah, Yallerhorn?
Yaller Flare.
Yaller
This is
Flare.
the
Yaller
most fun
Flare.
one.
Good
The real
Yaller
name.
Flare.
Do the third
It's like,
one.
yeah, it's like the Yaller
Okay,
Horn. It's the
we're
Yaller
ignoring
Flare.
good Jelliflare.
Heimdall's
Heimdall's
Sight.
Yeah, Heimdall Sight and then the Geller Horn, right?
Heimdall mentioned.
uses the Geller
Yeah, he used
Horn.
the horn. Yeah.
And it's the Geller Flare.
It's the name. That was
It's all Heimdall stuff.
Heimdall's Sight,
Surely we get Heim
When you
release.
use it, it will reveal near you 4 times over 4 seconds. So it pulses out, and this pulse will reveal wards and invisible enemies.
Oh.
This includes Loki. So you can now
I kind of forgot about
Oh
that.
my
you can now
god.
see
Loki
a
counter.
stealth Loki
Okay.
with Heimdall's Sight.
I got menus. That's this one.
Rip
So if
Loki
there was a ward
players.
here, if you pushed
W.
Q,
I'm pretty sure this is a Xbalanque over here, right? No? Okay.
about like how you making buying these more easy
Hello?
and all this, but we think it's at a place where it's
My
good
stream
to
crashed?
ship into this update, and we'll continue to kind of
Awesome.
polish it from here. Yaller Flare is kind of
Why is it not working?
it's kind of like a
guys hear me?
Raven Ward
Yeah.
from Smite 1. So when you use it, you will fire out
Sorry.
a
Fucking internet, bro.
It's beautiful.
and then when you recast it,
You guys can't hear me?
I love that. We got
It's
the fire.
beautiful. I just want to fire it for
Yeah,
fun.
shouting out again, Bond's